The Diaspora Network, to be back again. Um, how doing? It's always nice for me to share to share a few things with my beloved people. Please, as you watch, kindly like, share, and make comments. It's good for us to interact. All right. So many things happen in Nigeria, and we are concerned about our country. We keep on speaking and talking about our country because that is what we need to do. That's what we have to do, and we just have to do it. Okay, we just have to do it. That is the thing. Um, I heard the Abuja airport was paralyzed today because of NSC. They are protesting. They said they blocked the road to the airport. So many things, but because the NSC, the guy was assaulted in Imo State and nothing was done. The people that assaulted him, nothing was done. The police didn't do anything. But anyway, that's just by the wayside. Where um, today, I have been saying politicians, they say in politics, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. They always say that, okay? But for me, I believe a politician is for service, okay, to serve the people. That's what I believe in, not like permanent friend, permanent enemies. I don't believe in enemies. Have you have to create an environment to relate with people. Yes, I will know that definitely in even Jesus Christ was crucified, despite what he did, despite for the healings and the miracles. Who killed him? It's not the same people. We definitely those people that killed him, they would have had somebody related to them that received miracles or something. You know? But it's all the same. That I believe we have to make things happen in Nigeria. It's good that we take Nigeria back. All right, we have to take Nigeria back. Today, I saw a video of Fubara and Wike. You know, mm, I heard they are not just cousins, just first cousins. They are very close. I think the sister of I don't know of Wike is the mother, is Fubara's mother. So that means it's a family affair, man. It's a family affair. That means they are very close. Despite what is happening in the public, they will know where to settle it. Okay, and they met in church. Let me just put the video. Let's watch it. But definitely today, I'm going to people have making comments as per what His Excellency said that will be on the SUVs, so many things. I will play the analysis of what Arise News did. Right now, we have elections coming up in just in a few days' time in Kogi, in Bayelsa, in Imo State. I heard in Bayelsa State that the Labour Party chairman is working with the PDP um, aspirants. How true is that? I heard the guy collected 100 million bucks from the PDP guy to be working for them. According to if I have the time to play the video, because the guy, the aspirant on the Labour Party was on Arise TV. I watched a little bit of it. I said, how can Labour Party chairman of the state be working against the party? If it's like that, then the national executive should call that guy should call that guy to question, should call that guy to answer, because a party candidate cannot just accuse a party man like that. That means something must be funny, something must be fishy. Yeah, if it is true that they're definitely in the house that are going to be bad eggs, we know. If it's true that the Labour Party chairman in Bayelsa State is working for PDP, they should do something about it. Um, they should do something about it because for now, Labour Party is a field we are seeing where the obedience can enter and play, and play the politics because without be Labour Party is a vehicle we are seeing most of the obedience will enter, and to drive home what the obedience are, what the obedience are for, what they want to do. But I know definitely some people will try to jeopardize, make the vehicle not to run. But we can, by God's grace, we will see through. We will see through. So please, 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 the Labour Party national chairman should look into it fast. The election is just less than 48 hours to go. So let's hope something is done. Then I heard in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma went to go and bribe MTN. How true is that? To bribe MTN so that their network would not be good so that they can, maneuver and rig the elections. Well, uh, let's keep. What I will say is, everybody, make sure your vote counts. Make sure when you vote, remain there, don't leave. Make sure it's counted. Make sure I pray they use the IRF to upload to upload the results. That is a prayer. So that and don't let anybody intimidate you. Okay, stay fast. You will definitely they will not stay in Kogi State, in Bayelsa State, in Imo State. Stay there. Make sure the election is done. Make sure your vote is counted. Make sure that what we what you did comes to pass. That's what I would say. Because it's good for us to do anything and we'll make sure we do it to the end. I mean, we make sure we have a conclusive, positive outcome. All right. People are saying they don't want to oppose the I'm from Imo State. I don't know how far he has done. I don't. All I know is that it's a speaker governor, and we want the best person. Okay, we want the best person. If you know it's the one armed guy, the strong man, is the guy. He's the obedient guy. He's the Labour Party parasite. So let's go ahead and do what is needful. Okay, please do what is needful. It's on Saturday. Guys, do the needful. Let's vote at all the jackass. Let's vote at all these people that are rigging the election, that they think the nation belongs to them. Let's take them out. Let's do a new thing, okay? Let's do a new thing. Let's change the system. So let me just play the video of today. I saw Wike and Fubara. We are extending greetings. Let's play it and it's a very short video. Let's listen to what Fubara will say. All right, let's listen to him. Just one moment, please. Just one moment. Let me do it properly because it's not doing well right now. Let me do it properly. So we will see. Sorry, man. So let me do it properly. So let's watch what Fubara said because I wanted to play the video of what Fubara said. Okay, I want because he said Wike is his. How did he put it again? Let's just watch it anyway. Because it's something here, man. Oh, okay, yeah. Sure, now it's good now. It's good now. So, um, sorry guys for that. Okay. Let's do it again. Church. Church.
I feel very honored, honestly speaking, to be in your midst today, to be the one, not really like, but let me say, as part of the head of government, the executive, to see you launch your 2023-2024 legal year is really a privilege. And I have to say that I feel very happy to be in your midst and to say that I wish you a successful legal year. It's important to say a successful legal year. For the past 1 week or more, we've been hearing the negative stories. At least for once, let us hear something that is different from the bad news. So I feel happy. And I have to say that I'm even overjoyed that my Oga is here with us. So I have to welcome you specially for coming to cheer us in this event. I wouldn't say much. I just request that everyone should continue to pray for us. It's been a trying time, but I know that this phase will pass. And the promises we made to our people that will continue to give you development upon development, we are not going to go back on that. So I want to thank you for your support and also say that, please, we need peace. Everybody should just relax. We need peace. For us to progress in the state, we can only do that in an atmosphere of peace. Please, let me thank the church for your prayer. I know that you have always been there for us. This is the time that we need more and more of this prayer. In the book of Ezra, you know the story of Zerubbabel. Liken our case to it. We have a mission to give you development. The devil will always come in, one way or the other. But the important thing is for us to identify it and push the devil out of our room and continue. I have to say this with all amount of emphasis. My Oga remains my Oga. Whatever that has happened is past. I want us to continue to pray for the peace and development of this state. Please, I'm begging, I've not sent anybody to malign anybody. That is the truth. So I'm appealing to you, please, let's give peace a chance. Thank you, and God bless you all.
That was Fubara, the governor of state. Wike was there with that speech. It was in a church. So let's watch. Let's just watch and see. Okay, let's watch and see how the how it will play out. Okay, it's politics. I mean, and they are related also. So let's just watch how it will play out. All right. For me, both of them, Wike rig the election and brought Fubara in. It's to the people. It's to the mandates people, the people's mandate. So let them fight it to the end. That's not really my business. Right now, um, it's the election that's going up in Kogi. Guys, in Kogi, Bayelsa, Imo State, do your part. The accusation of what the LP candidate in Bayelsa State, what he accused the Labour Party chairman in Bayelsa State. If I have the time, I'll believe it. But before then, with what happened in with the reactions of Peter Obi's comment during the World Press Conference, what he said about the SUVs, at times I sit down and say, what is happening in Nigeria? They said a budget was taken to the House, a supplementary budget. In that budget, they had the SUVs, they had the yacht, they had the for the first lady, and now then the House of Reps came out. Some of them came out to say they've give that the allocation for the yacht has been shifted to for I think for education or something like that. But I heard the yacht is already in Nigeria. So who is fooling who? I don't really know who's fooling who. Why are they lying? If you buy a yacht, say you bought it, man, or you bought it on loan or credit. It doesn't matter. Say it. Don't deceive the people. When we say like this, when we say like this, someone has said the thing has been ordered since the time of Buhari, and you put it in your supplementary budget. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't really get it. I don't really get it, man. It's somehow that people if you are leading people, you are a father. So father not supposed to lie to their children. Okay. Anyway, there'll be SUVs for lawmakers. Let's check the reactions of people. I mean, let's watch RS TV of the analysis, okay? People, some people have been coming out to attack. I mean, Daddy for the interview, he granted so many things, but we don't give in, we don't give up. Peter has said we're not the opposition. Opposition, what do you expect? You don't think they will just go and be lying down? No, no, no. Opposition is opposition. So opposition is opposition. That's how it is. That's how it plays. Okay. So, let's listen to Peter, Excellency Peter Obi on the analysis of Underlight TV. Okay. Maybe I will cut it short for sure, but I don't think I can. Not that I can't. I mean, to watch it to the end. Okay. Let's watch this one now. Okay. Uh, all right, guys. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go.
The Labour Party and described the movement of the party as a revolution postponed.
This judgment amounts to a breach of confidence of Nigerians have in our judiciary. However, this end is only another beginning of our quest for vindication of hope of the common man for a better Nigeria. This year, 2023, has been quite remarkable and revealing. INEC displayed incompetence in the conduct of its statutory duties. It has one thing that has gladdened my heart in course of the struggle in the past 18 months. It is the passionate desire of our people, especially young Nigerians from across ethnic and religious divides, to construct a new and restructured Nigeria that will work for all Nigerians. The energy and dedication of Nigerian youth and obedient movement have been simply amazing. Going forward, we in Labour Party and the obedient movement are now effectively in opposition. We are glad that the nation has heard us loud and clear. We shall now expand the confines of our message of hope to the rest of the country.
Well, the presidency, in reacting to Peter Obi's press conference, stated that Obi should find another worthwhile vocation and stop casting aspersions on the integrity of the justices of the Supreme Court for affirming Tinubu as winner of the February 25th election. Bayo Ononuga, the president's special advisor on information and strategy, in a post on X, accused Peter Obi of being delusional to believe that he could have won a national election where he ran a divisive and polarizing campaign. His statement reads in part: at the press conference where he tried in vain to gaslight Nigerians with false claims and innuendos, Mr. Obi contradicted himself. Here was a beneficiary of judicial pronouncements in the past, now castigating the Supreme Court because its judgment did not go his way. He made false allegations of rigging and other electoral malpractices, yet could not produce any evidence to back up his claims at both the Court of First Instance and the Apex Court. We expected the Labour Party candidate to know that the Supreme Court or any other court does not give judgment based on public opinion and mob sentiments. Judicial pronouncements are based on evidence, precedents, and the rule of law. Obi should have congratulated President Tinubu for his victory and pledged his support in the spirit of statesmanship. But instead, he brought up extraneous matters that he thought the Apex Court should have considered to declare him the winner. In our view, the drowning Obi, just like Atiku, was merely attempting to hold on to a straw in raking up new allegations which exist only in his imagination and that of his hordes of supporters. Well, of course, you know, Rufai, Peter Obi has a lot of supporters, and they went after Bayo Ononuga on this tweet. I got a lot of reactions, you know, people just attacking Bayo Ononuga's tweets. Some people were even saying, I mean, what sort of campaign did you guys even run? What were your messages? Let me just take one tweet. The State House should rather quit from agonizing over this World Press Conference. They should rather focus on the message and leave the messenger alone. He raised quite some pertinent issues that if the State House was sincere and people enthroned would have taken cognizance of. Issues like why we allocated such ridiculous amount of money to the office of the First Lady, an office that has no constitutional representation. But no, as always, the State House has left matters of significant prominence to start raving over the love Nigerians have for the messenger and his message. More like the opposition. Again, stop the agonizing, focus on the message. I mean, there was a word there that I couldn't use, but you know, but that's basically what it is. Agonizing over, you know, somebody who has a right to actually speak against what he believes in at this point.
So, I mean, Mr. Peter Obi has 100% every right to speak against, you know, the electoral system.
Yeah.
And he just enunciated at this point, and he said many things there. And the reaction by Mr. Bayo Ononuga was just missing the point and unnecessary. I mean, if you're attacking him, attacking his supporters. But we can also flip the script and remind Mr. Bayo Ononuga how he started ethnic baiting.
And that thing you just said is
know,
correct, because he made that mention of that.
This was the same Mr. Bayo Onanuga that
his
wrote
tweet.
after the elections. He said this should be the last time people from a certain ethnic group that have been in Lagos for tens of years should never, I was talking to the Igbo, should never participate in the election. Mr. Bayo Onanuga said all sorts of things that were very, very bad during the election period. And when we say people that did rabble-rousing, you know, he really did a lot of it. But, you know, the elections are all over. Nigerians will try to heal from all of this. But what are the substance of the things Mr. Peter Obi talked about? He talked about the need, you know, for public opinion in society, which we cannot discountenance, which is very strong, which is germane. He also talked about, you know, the judicial system. And Mr. Bayo Onanuga saying that, yeah, the judicial system favored Mr. Peter Obi before. Yes, I mean, he made a point there as regards that. But we also sit down here and see a lot of judgments that have come out during this electoral period. You know, judgment here and there, the discrepancies, the differences and all of that. And it takes a lot to study. But we can't keep dialing and looking at the past. In moving forward, what are the things we ought to do?
Yeah.
He put forward some suggestions. He talked about things like a 5-year presidency tenure. Dr. Abati has enunciated the fact that Goodluck Jonathan has talked about it before now. Birthday boy has enunciated that fact, you know, and probably how we can truly restructure this country to make it fit for purpose. But also, I would also add, by seeing how we can go back to the National Assembly to fix those laws, those lacunas in the electoral laws that made politicians able to wriggle their way through. And really have real conversations about the reform of INEC. Are we going to adopt the Ways report fully? See, I must have to state this strongly. If it will be that it's still the president that is picking who is going to be INEC chief leading up to the next election, then we are not ready yet. The Ways report has been on for a while. It's time for us to fully implement it. This is the time for you as citizens to also call the lawmakers and say, these are the things we want you to push in the House for us as regards electoral reforms. Also, I talked about the fact that the opposition too should come up with ideas. So it's not just, opposition is not just about criticizing the government on ground, but what are your counter ideas to what they have? That's why, yes, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, talked about the office of the First Lady and all of that. That should not be the case. The 5 billion for yachts. But I am also saying, and somebody just sent me a message that I think he did criticize, but I didn't watch the full tape because I was in and out of it, that the Labour Party lawmakers too should be called out for collecting the 160 million for the cars they want to buy, because, I mean, if they say they were bringing a new idea forward. So this is the time for us to be able to effectively run our government and run our country. And we must have a boisterous and strong opposition.
Yes,
you know,
this is the time to run our government. Yeah.
They should have a think tank. They must have ideas they are putting forward. And we must have a robust political space. And please, we'd like to beg all the actors, stop ethnic baiting.
Yeah.
Please, stop ethnic baiting. Don't destroy this country. Don't set it alight.
Yeah.
Put your ideas forward robustly and let people enunciate on those ideas and debate on them.
Yeah, we must have a robust governance process at this point, you know, and that's also the rhetoric on a lot of reactions that I have seen. I'll just take this one for laughs. This is from Ben, who wrote, responding to Bayo Onanuga's tweet, he wrote, 2 questions for you, sir. What issues did you campaign on during the election process? He said election process, apart from dancing to Kwamwan songs at campaign events loaded with unlimited gas. What have you brought upon the masses in the last 6 months, apart from hardship, pain, and suffering? Dr. Abati.
Well, first, when we discussed this subject earlier, I said, look, I didn't think the response by Mr. Bayo Onanuga was necessary. Calling Peter Obi a copycat and leader of a faction of the Labour Party, that wasn't necessary. Felix Moka, the APC spokesperson, also responded. Now, volubility may be an asset in teamship, because when you are running a teamship regime, everybody wants to be heard. But volubility is not necessarily an asset in spokesmanship. There are certain things you don't react to. Now, the Supreme Court has ruled. After the Supreme Court, you can only go to God. Now, you cannot say people take part in an election, a ruling has been given by the Apex Court, and you do not allow them to put their thoughts, their own opinion. on the table. So whatever Mr. Peter Obi said, it was perfectly within his right to make those claims and make those statements. Not that it will change anything, but at least he has made his feelings known. And what did he say? He said, look, the Supreme Court, didn't go by the law. And even if it went by the law, it was more interested in technicality rather than acting as a court of law and a court of policy. Okay?
Right.
Nobody can take him up on that. It is his right. And he said, look, the Supreme Court also overlooked fresh evidence that came. Yeah, he says public opinion is more important. Well, the Supreme Court said it acted within the province of the law, because the Supreme Court is not a marketplace where the mob will come and impose its own views. They will follow the law. If you disagree, well, that's the law. Only the Supreme Court can reverse itself. But his opinions are valid. So in other words, Mr. Abayo Ononuga is also saying, oh, he expected Mr. Peter Obi to congratulate President Tinubu. Well, Waziri Atiku Abubakar has not congratulated him. Mr. Peter Obi has also refused to congratulate him. It is entirely within his prerogative to make his own choice.
Absolutely.
In the matter. So abusing him for not congratulating, no, that is taking the matter too far. However, there are more substantial things that both Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi drew attention to. What is this? Both of them are saying we should now have a single term. Atiku Abubakar recommended 6 years for the presidential position, and I guess the same logic goes for governorship. Now, Mr. Peter Obi says he prefers 5 years, so that within a space of 30 years, there will be a resolve on the part of Nigerians that all the 6 geopolitical zones should go round, so that all of us can have a sense of belonging in that presidential villa. Not that some people will take it for 8 years, then they will hand it over to another part of Nigeria for 8 years. That's a concrete issue that both Waziri Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi have put on the table. And I made the point that this is not new. This was what President Goodluck Jonathan recommended years back. But at that time, the thing was rejected on the basis that, President Jonathan was looking for a way to do an additional 6 years. Is that an issue that we can begin to look at? That's number one. Number two, there are issues that have arisen from this whole electoral process and the various litigations with regard to sections of the Electoral Act, with regard to the Constitution. Now, the way we can move forward is to identify those particular relevant sections and begin to debate them so that the relevant bodies, the National Assembly, can amend the law accordingly. Because the job of deepening the electoral process in Nigeria is not a finished business. It's a continuing business. It is a journey. Absolutely. It's not a destination, as it were. The destination that we may only talk about will be the integrity of the process itself. Number three, Mr. Peter Obi says it's not as if anybody is going to drive him away from politics. He and the obedience, and I like the way he identified the obedient movement. That's, him taking ownership of the obedient movement publicly. Yeah. And this is my first time of seeing him doing that, at a very serious occasion.
Yes.
Now, he says they are going to go into the opposition.
Yep.
Now, that's what we expect, that they will provide quality opposition, criticize government, but constructively. Offer alternative ideas where necessary, and remind Nigerians that governance cannot be left only to the people who are in government. All of us will be in this matter. And this is why the media is also important. We are not opposition. We are just professionals. Finally, he was recommending a quasi-parliamentary presidential system of governance, saying that those in leadership positions must also be involved in the legislature. Now, that's like a parliamentary system. In some countries, you have a mixed system where you have presidential parliamentary. And it's not a fresh idea. Some people have also suggested that in the past. Can we also look at that? So we should focus on the ideas
Yes.
at this point and stop focusing on calling people a copycat, this and that. At the end of the day, Mr. Peter Obi is a citizen.
Yes.
And he has rights under the Constitution. And those rights include expressing his opinion about how Nigeria should move forward.
I love it. Both of you, well done. A great advocacy for moving Nigeria forward. We'll head over to Abia State now, where the governor of the state, Alex Oti, has commissioned major roads.
Yeah, guys, I play that to it's the reaction of some people regarding what Peter Obi did. I mean, he said do the press what press conference. There was another thing that Fanny Kayode said that as per the what happened, uh, what happened during the conference. You know, at times I look at people, these people that are hungry, they can just wake up and say anything. Was Tinubu, was he not convicted? There's always that FKK, Fani Kayode used those some years ago on Tinubu, calling him a drug baron. It can never be on the side of Tinubu. That guy used so many insultive ways of Tinubu, seriously. But now is that the defender of his own shit. I mean, of the FX. I use the word shit of his own what he spoke against. You know, some people are just like that. They are neither here nor there. They anywhere but their face, anywhere that that would be good for them. They just, I mean, they would think that would be good for them. They cannot stand for the truth. Why? Why not just be a man and stand for the truth? I know the way you condemned Tinubu those some years ago. How you called him names for a forger, a drug dealer, so many things. But now you're not defending him. Even First Okeyamo, all of them. Is it wicked that said he rather stay in PDP that has malaria that will go to that will go to APC that has cancer? Is that working for the APC that has cancer? You know, these leaders, these politicians are just after their own. They are just after. Oh, that is why we are saying to take Nigeria back is a long war, okay? And Peter Obi is a person of saying that that we can really count on us, but to take Nigeria back. That is why, for me, I'm saying we don't give in, we don't give up, okay? And they said just now, this guy was saying after Supreme Court, what SAG is God. Well, God is the ultimate, but the voice of the people, the voice of the people, the voice of the people is I mean it's quite loud. You know, the people know they knew what they wanted and they voted and people and some people that felt they have the power and the money, they stole they stole the election. That's too bad. That's too bad. But Nigerians know the boys in your court, the country belongs to you. You take it back or leave it. Nigeria is now or never. We have to make it work. We have to make it work. We should not give in, not give up. So, everybody out there, I will continue to say this. Please, please, please. This struggle continues. It continues. It's just the beginning. Really, I don't really expect. We should not just expect under 18 months. I mean, so to say, to just dethrone those people that have been there for years. That they have built. They are They have built their struggles. They have built so many things. If you just expect to overthrow them like that, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a long war. I mean, if I say war, I mean, we have to be consistent. We have to stand. We have to keep on talking. We have to continue doing what we are doing. Okay, that is what I'm just trying to say. Let's continue doing what we are doing. Let's continue to talk. Let's continue to sensitize the people, right from the world level in Nigeria, from the world level, sensitize them that look, we need to make a change. Nigeria cannot just be like this. We can have a better life. We can have a better future. We can have a country that you can be proud of. Everybody can be proud of. That's what we are saying. That is what we are saying. And we can make it happen. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. Okay. So, so that is it. So, as I said before earlier, that the elections for for Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo State is covered this weekend. Guys, go out there, do your part, make sure your vote counts, stay behind to make sure vote. I pray use the IRF to upload it, make sure everything counts. I know people might say, look, they don't trust the system again, and they cannot be trusted, this and that. But go ahead and do it. As I said before, I heard Udodozima has brought the MTN to make sure that network don't work with that day. Okay, let's watch and see. Then there's an allegation in Bayelsa State that the LP candidate said the state chairman is working against him. That the Labour Party chairman collected money from PDP, 100 million naira, and is working against his own party, his whole party chairman. If it's true, Joseph Bore, you have to go and sort it out. So I want to play the interview so that people wouldn't think. I just watched a little bit of it. I just watched a little bit of it. Let's play the video. I may not be able to finish this video. I may not finish it because I may not finish it, okay? But it's the interview was with Paralised Television also, okay? So guys, please as you watch, can you like, share, make comment? It's important to like, share, and make comment. It's important you do that also, okay? So let's listen to the interview. Then we can hear what he said.
Him to see me on this election, and they talked about peace accord. And I asked them, I said, why am I going to even be signing a peace accord when at the end of the day, actors in the same peace accord are being found wanting, their neck and hands and neck deep in the crisis, bloodshed that took place. Those same people are given red carpet when they visit your country. So for me, I don't attach any importance to it. If I was notified, I would have been there, but I would have heard this opinion before I got there. Yesterday, I was in OD to campaign. Some people came and told me that it was the PDP environment that I should leave the town. And when I saw that if I engage them, I would create conflict, I said, okay, well, let me leave. Well, the second thought, I said, wait, why should I even leave? And I insisted, and eventually people came out because my parents already also have knowledge in OD. If I did not chase the governor when he went to my place, why should somebody chase me in his place? And eventually I had that engagement peacefully and left. They are promoting violence. They will give you all kinds of disposition, but they know what their people are doing. I have been very non-violent in this engagement. I was to go to Basambri. I was actually in Ogbolomabri when people said, oh no, I shouldn't come to Basambri. I said, why? I want to be governor of Bayelsa. I will go. In any case, I don't move with policemen and all the guns and everything. So I walked in there and I had a fruitful engagement with the leadership of the community and left. So for me, I didn't miss anything. If I was there, I would have signed, but I would have made this opinion clear.
Thanks. Please tell us more about this violence and this stockpiling of weapons, number one. Also, I want your reaction to a certain, political stakeholder that was saying during a campaign about killings of a certain political party in this election. Also, I want you to clarify that area. Is it that the Peace Committee office did not get this message across to you on time? I just want you to clarify that area. But tell us more about these arms that they're stockpiling and this violence that they're trying to mete out so that let the world know about it.
There is a particular militant who is close to the PDP government, ex-militant, who at a point was living in government house. I got the report this morning.
What's his name? And of
course, as a former IYC president, anything that...
What's his name? What's the name of that?
I won't mention his name for obvious reasons.
Okay.
No. I won't do that on air.
Okay.
For obvious reasons. The information came to me, the intels came to me, and this morning, I have called the security agencies. Some of them are aware of it. They are stockpiling arms to intimidate voters, to say, if you are not voting for a particular party, you will not vote here, we will kill you, we will do this. These are the things that they do. They will isolate those who are non-indigenous and say, this is our place, we will not allow you. And they use that as a means of terrorizing voters to the advantage of a particular party that they support. I have reported to the security agencies, and they are dealing with it. The issue, or I hope that they deal with it, the issue of the peace accord, I didn't get a letter. Usually they notify your party. But you see, my party chairman, just yesterday they did a press conference. After collecting 100 million naira from the governor, they started the sharing formula, started creating problems.
Really?
People like us, I knew from day one.
Udengs.
I am not doing
Udengs,
a party.
So your party,
yes.
Udengs, so your party chairman collected 100 million from the governor. Can you tell us more about that?
100 million naira, and said he sent 50 million naira to National, and though the National have denied it, and then the sharing of the other 50 million naira started bringing argument. They went to organize a press briefing that they have decided to support the ADD. The party chairman is an appointee of the governor. Right from day one, I knew, and I had blown this alarm before, that these people are not working for me. And when I go to campaign, I tell bayelsa, it's only the state woman leader that goes with me. The rest have given me conditions. I should bring so amount, I should bring so. I don't have that kind of money. I didn't come here because of money. I came here because of the issues that affect my people. And so far, so good. I have been supported by my friends and my business. I'm an engineer, I practice. From there, I've been able to battle them to this point. All overtures to get me out of this race have failed. They spread all kinds of rumors. Oh, he has settled with you then. We have settled with him. He will work with us. They paid them 100 million. The argument is on. They are fighting now. The chairman has left town. I have reported to the national chairman. I have raised a publication to that effect. And they are dealing with it. For me, they are not important. They are going to be distracting me in this election if I focus on those.
So you're saying your
we
party...
have known them to be most.
So you're saying
Any
your
man that
party...
starts
So you're saying the Labour Party...
forefront.
So you're saying the Labour Party in your state is already compromised, that the party chairman has collected 100 million and they are not working for you. I want you to talk about your reaction to the Makaiva statement. They did it to Obi too in your state. Tell us more about that,
Okay,
please.
they did that to Obi.
In Bayelsa State? Tell us more about that.
Okay, I feel sad. I feel sad about the statement that was credited to Joshua Makaiva. I think that sometimes emotions will make people not control the kind of rhetorics that they use. That alone have removed a lot of mileage from the support that they used to have. I'm aware that brass people have already called their deities, calling on anybody who comes to perpetrate violence to be punished by deities, for those who believe in those things. But you see, that kind of statement is not encouraged. And if we are talking about violence in this election, and you are saying I should come and sign a peace accord, if somebody makes such statements and people are not seeing practical steps taken by the authorities to apprehend such, then you are going to be leaving people to resort to self-help. Because if such statements can be made and no action taken, for me, I feel sorry for the governorship candidate who didn't do a proper consultation before he went ahead to pick the person of Joshua to be coming up in public to making such statements. You saw the statement he made with respect to his incarceration. For me, I thought that was very irresponsible for anybody to say, let alone a deputy governorship candidate. I condemned it in totality that you call for such violence when so far so good. Bayelsa elections, or not until recently, had been seemingly peaceful, apart from what happened in Kolokuma, where PDP. Yes, sir.
Udengs, you are accusing the chairman of the Labour Party in Bayelsa State of collecting a bribe of 100 million. Do you have any proof? And then two, how do you hope to win the election? Or you are just in this just for publicity purposes? If your party is not with you, how then do you hope to win? You can't be, are you doing one-man campaign? How did you get to this point whereby members of your own party are not with you?
I have the entire ward's local government chairman with me. The state escrow right from day one. They sold Obi out now. You are not aware of the issues. And let me tell you, Uncle Ruben, look, even as Iwaju had his party people, some of them who didn't work for him, didn't even win the election. I go to the heart of the people. I got to talk to Bayelsans. The issues here are not about party. They are about the poverty in Bayelsa. I have been, in the course of this election, I have been to virtually every nook and cranny in the state. And I have seen the nakedness of neglect of government to the people. It is the people I'm talking to. They are the electorate. They are the ones that we vote. And so we're expecting all this now. If you have been following what has been happening in the Labour Party and other parties, you will see that some people stand for nothing, so they fall for anything. This 100 million thing had been coming since yesterday, it was they were blowing each other as a result of the chairman saying that they said the money na 100 million, why you bring 50 million? He said, oh, I don't send 50 to national. I have called the national chairman and he's making a statement to that effect and that they were going to deal with it. But those are shenanigans I don't even want to bother me in this election. This election is about Bayelsans. This election is about the survival of our people. And I have been going to the electorate. The chairman, apart from once, he followed me for campaign. He has refused to follow me. And don't bother about those people. I know them. They will sell anything for money.
Well, you know, there's also that perception that the Labour Party in Bayelsa State is working for the PDP. Maybe it's as a result of this. But, you know, let me ask you this. We had His Royal Majesty Dakolo on this same program. And he said, look, as far as he is concerned, the governor, Doyediri, you know, is doing well. But you are saying there is poverty, there is a problem. But, the chairman of the Bayelsa State Council of Traditional Rulers said very clearly on this program that the governor is not doing badly at all. So there are two different...
Uncle Abati, what are you expecting from the chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council? The king of the governor received former Governor Silva, and because he made comments about the situation in the state, the governor suspended him immediately. Are you expecting the Traditional Rulers Council chairman to come on air and say, no, the governor is not doing well? Uncle Abati, this kind of question, sometimes it makes me laugh. Because look, let me tell you, those are institutions of state. Of course, you expect that they will say all those kind of things. I am talking about drinking water. I went to Agay. They gave me water to swallow, to wash my hands, to eat a bar. There was mosquito larva in the water.
Udex, concerning the water question.
Yes.
Because I also put the question to the king yesterday when he was there about the water question. And he said it's not only Doyediri's fault that there's no water. That since the state has been created, there's been no water in Bayelsa State. Why is it that it is on Doyediri this time around? That's one question. Number two, I also want you to prove to us, as regards, how you said they betrayed Obi. That's another story I'd like to hear. But also, there's an allegation here for you that somebody sent. They said while you were IYC, Ijaw Youth Council chief, as you people went to a live program, to beat up One Wisdom, Ikuli, and Mike Edekwomo. Can you also react to all of that? And they said gunshots were also rang out.
Okay.
So just react to all of them. But the story, the proof about how they betrayed Obi, and the reaction to what the king said about water, please.
See, what is the job description of a governor? Once you are assigned the responsibility of a governor is to break the rock and bring out water. Your responsibility is to provide services that you are paid salary for. In Bayelsa, a governor does a small road that my chest is even wider than. Hey, with the work. What is your job description? What is your job? Your job is to provide water. I am not going to be looking at the past. I'm going to be dealing with the future. I'm going to process water direct from the river. Look, all those are lazy men arguments. There is a problem in the land. You came and got the position. Your responsibility is to solve the problem. And if you are not solving it, then you have no capacity. Incompetence is the order of the day in Bayelsa. The other questions you talked about, the IYC. Look, the Ijaw Youth Council, as an institution, discipline is also part of our responsibility as a leader, certain erring members at a time were becoming unbearable. There was even a court case against them. Every day I was going to sit in the court. They will not come to court. The court will take action. They will go against the court. At a point I warned in the court. I told the judge that I'm a law-abiding citizen. I am here every day coming to court. These individuals are maligning my person everywhere and refusing to come to court. The IYC has a way of disciplining erring members. And when they went ahead to further, even when there was a court going on, I had to institute the disciplinary machinery of the IYC. And that disciplinary machinery saw to the end of that nonsense. In the IYC, once you disrespect the leader of the entire Niger Delta, the Joy Youths, there are means to discipline such individuals. And that disciplinary measure was instituted to correct erring members. There's one thing about discipline. Discipline, you correct those who you are leading.
Udengs, what I'm asking you,
the other question,
did you go?
No, there was one more question. Make I answer the other one.
No, you answer. No worry, you go answer. Did you go inside the radio station and beat up somebody live and hurt them? Did you do it? That's what I'm asking. Is it true or false?
I did not go into the radio station. The Joy Youth Council's machinery for discipline did what was necessary at that time.
So they went to beat people up.
It was
That's
dealt with.
the
If
discipline
you go back,
mechanism,
you see
right?
that. You see that as a president. No. Let me tell you, Rufai, as you do your work there, when I be president of the Joy Youth Council, I do my work. I didn't play with it. And in doing my job, when people go outside the code of conduct of the institution, then disciplinary measures will be instituted. Go and try it during the Asari time. Nobody will be talking about the way I went about it.
So beating them in the radio station was disciplinary measure? I just wanted to confirm
no,
the fact.
they were not beaten up. They were disciplined. Use the right word, please. So they were disciplined, and that's in the past.
Oh my God.
Because the matter also went to.
But that's also assault.
They raised all kinds of allegations and failed.
Udengs.
They raised allegations and they failed. They said I carried guns. At the end of the day, the police was there. They were arrested by the police and taken to the police station. So the truth is that
at the radio
it was
station,
in the process of arresting them.
Yeah, so was there any skirmish?
Yes, they were arrested.
Did you hurt them at any point? Because you said discipline. When you say discipline somebody, it also means hurt them. In our local
the Joy Youth Council used to have its disciplinary machineries.
Anyway,
okay.
Let's come back to the subject.
Former president.
Let's come back to the subject. Peace accord.
Yes.
In Imo State,
yes, sir.
Some of the gubernatorial candidates did not also attend the peace accord. Okay? Well, some of them, 3 of them sent their running mates. But the National Peace Committee said, no, it's the principal that the committee would want not to sign the accord by proxy. And the National Peace Committee has been quoted as saying that the body is going to name those uncooperative political parties and politicians who refuse to sign peace accord. Are you not bothered that should there be violence in Bayelsa anywhere, you could be mentioned. Somebody could just mention your name and say, well, we know where it's coming from. After all, then Radiri did not sign the peace accord. And the Joy Youths that we're talking about, are they on your side in this struggle?
Well, first of all, this struggle is about Bayelsa State. I don't want to particularize it. Every Joy Youth, they have graduates who have graduated for 4, 5, 10 years, no work. They send their children to schools, they are no teachers. The issues about the survival of our state is what defines this election. So I'm not going to go into this. You know that anywhere I go to, if the videos are aired, they will air them today. You will see the massive organic support. Not the one they will carry 1,000 people to campaign venues. The people they bring are more than the people in the communities. I go there and raise organic support from the people and engage them on the issues. So for me, the suffering of our people, the underdevelopment of Bayelsa, the incompetence of leadership will define these elections tomorrow. All we are asking for is that the umpire get out of the ring and be an umpire that he should be. So the The other question about the peace accord.
Peace
Look, let me
accord.
tell you, why are they quick to talk about those who did not attend? And they have no biting authority for those who have been perpetrating the violence. All the violence in Imo State, don't they know where it's coming from? They have not said anything about those perpetrating the violence. Is that a man did not attend. I have not been violent. So far, so good in this process. I have been a peace-loving individual.
Okay.
The time in the IYC, like I tell you, there are disciplinary machineries that the president of the Joint Council must activate when necessary. Aside from that, I have moved on to be commissioner
also
twice in
violent
the
in
state.
nature.
I've moved on to the federal level, and I am not a violent person. I have been following these elections peacefully and can never be accused of perpetrating violence. The peace accord should talk about discipline for those who err, and not somebody who they did not invite. Did they invite me?
So Udex, that means you've not been able to deny those allegations that you actually went there. And I apologize that I laughed because it was a very terrible
Which one?
No, the matter of the radio station. Now, you said you people disciplined them. That means you hurt them. You took
No, but
laws
I
in
wrote,
their hands.
I wrote an apology at that time to the radio station that they should not allow their medium to be used to spread false information.
But you,
at that time, we
but
had
you
a
went in there.
spokesman.
You went in there. You beat people up and you disrupted it.
No. Excuse me now. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
We had a spokesman that had been communicating with the media. Somebody just walks to the media and starts spreading false information. You're not talking about that. Rufai, let me tell you, another thing is happening now. I am the candidate. The INEC have published my name. The government is using one woman to be parading herself in the state that she is the candidate. When the woman went to media houses, some of the houses told them that the INEC didn't publish your name, so please leave. They are using government house police to secure the woman front and back to be campaigning as Labour Party candidate in the state. That same woman is the woman who have taken them to court because they didn't pay her the money they agreed. So in that case, will a media house, knowing fully well that there's INEC, go and be publishing the name of another person when INEC, the authority, have published?
So
that media house is also culpable.
So Udenks, let me tell you, you see, as a media house, we are open to all sides of views. And I'll tell you one thing that happened recently. There's a dispute in the IYC, and I remember somebody came to parade himself as head of the IYC. We gave him an audience. When the other person that is the substantive president, as he also made his claim, came to parade himself, and he was trying to berate and say, oh, he will have come and beat up the other person. We said, no room for that. And you also come and state your case. And he stated his case, and it was peaceful. So you have been able to confirm to us that you actually went, you caused mayhem, you took laws into your hands in that radio station. But the next question I really want to ask you is this. No, Udenks, let's move on from that. You've confirmed that.
Allow me to respond before you go.
No. So let me ask the second question before you respond.
But allow me to respond now. You know, you draw it to the conclusion. Just 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Airing that you did on Lopobri's matter, I watched it. The Arise TV did not mention IYC president. They said Niger data analyst. And so when Lopobri came and expressed his anger, you admonished him and he quickly apologized because he wasn't well informed before he came to that studio. In this case, they know the president. Somebody goes on air on a radio studio and say that I have bought houses in Dubai, misinforming the public. That I'm flying private jet as IYC president, misinforming the public. And even when the reporter, we were all listening, was saying, look, what you're saying is wrong. He was dragging the mic with the reporter. And I was on the road. The boys started calling me president. They hear everything that happened. Some people did that, they talk, say, no, you be president. They don't bring new president. They talk all kinds of things. They go there. When I saw that he was arguing with the reporter, when the man was correcting him, I had to institute the disciplinary measure. And I tell you that the matter was in court. Even in the court, I got up in the court to tell the judge that, look, I have been peaceful. I have been abiding to the rules and regulations. But these people, despite the court order, despite the bench warrant, they are still going ahead. And that I will institute the disciplinary measures of the IYC, which I did. And that matter died. And then I sent an apology to the radio station to say, please, next time, don't use your medium to spread false information. Always contact the spokesman or the IYC president.
So a couple of things.
So we solved that problem.
So Udenks, couple of things. The fact is you took laws into your hands. That's number one. Secondly, You do not know the facts.
That's not true. That's not true.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute to that. Okay, you can choose to disagree.
I told you that I was in court.
No, hang on a minute. So the second thing is the fact of the initial matter I cited as IYC. You do not know the facts because I was the one that first interviewed the first guest that came before Jonathan Lukmobiri, and we did address him as the IYC president before we, now had Lukmobiri on and we settled the matter. So you don't know the facts of the matter. But Odengs, in all of this, your critics are saying that this same PDP that you're calling black today, you served and enjoyed this PDP administration. Is that you did not know all these things were wrong when you were with the PDP then? Why are you trying to act like a saint today? Because you are a boy, you are a child of the system. You are a son of the system. You enjoy the system. You enjoy the largesse of the land. You're a man of the system yourself.
Okay, let me explain to you. When you say largesse, it's like I was there eating money or going to this. Let me tell you, in Bayelsa, there's nothing like party. Again, Rufai, I am a young man of 47 years. Do you expect my life to be capped by a group of people? No. When I saw that they would not allow me to make progress, I went to see the former governors. I gave them drink. I knelt down. I begged them. I said, during your time, you trained us, you mentored us. It don't reach my turn. It is time for young people to take leadership in the state. But these people say, no, I want to complete my tenure. I want to do. You don't use your time. You're not going to use my time. So if the party is your own and you will not allow me, quietly, we will meet in the field. Are we not in the field? I am not a young man that people cap my progress or my future for personal reasons. Okay, if you come to Bayelsa and look at the politics of the state, it is the time for Central to also produce governor. Okay. I have gone through leadership. If I didn't go to the PDP or did not participate in government, you would have said, this one will get experience. I participated. Show me where my name was involved in looting. That's what we should be talking about. Anyway, where I was involved in corruption. That's what we should be talking about. But to talk about
we don't have any proof in that regard. Udengs, yes. Just hold on. Now, one major issue here is about the disciplinary measures of the IYC, Ijaw Youth Council, right? And I assume, of course, that Ijaw Youth Council is a lawful association. Can you tell us the sections of the constitution of IYC, or the IYC has no constitution? If it has, what does it say in specific terms about discipline? What kind of disciplinary measures?
Well, the IYC, we're a movement. And before we had our constitution, we had our conventional laws of the IYC. And yes, our conventional laws. Under our conventional laws, you cannot disrespect the IYC president. It doesn't happen. So it won't be in my time that it will change, or it will be in Lukmobiri's time that it will change. It won't change. The Ijaw youths, a lot of them belong to cult organizations. And then they forget that they were born and conceived Ijaw children. They became an adult before they joined all those their rubbish cults that they joined. They come to the IYT with the cult and come and disrespect the leadership of the organization. That you were conceived as an Ijaw child. I will not ask for it. I used to extract that loyalty to the Ijaw nation from them. You don't carry your rubbish cult and come and say because you belong to one thing, you want to come and disrespect the Ijaw Youth Council president. It does not happen. And it will happen in my time. I have demonstrated that. Come to the Niger Delta. Cultism is the order of the day in our communities, in our state. They have migrated that cultism to disrespect constituted authorities. Like the IYC, the community governance structures. Come and see the mess going on in Bayelsa. No IYC president would tolerate that nonsense. When you go smoke your nonsense, you come to disrespect IYC.
And under conventional laws of the IYC, corporal punishment is allowed.
With a beat.
With what? Corporal punishment is allowed.
With a beat. The Ijaw youths beat.
Okay. Yes. That means okay. I get your point. It means that corporal punishment is allowed. Assault, battery.
It's like the OPC leadership. Do you expect somebody to go and disrespect the OPC president? He will be beaten up. Why should the Ijaw Youth Council won't become a discussion on national TV when you know the rules? Nobody will go and disrespect the Arewa president. An Arewa youth disrespecting the president. There will be measures that will be kicked in immediately, even before the authorities will understand what's going on.
So it's good you confirm to us now that you did go to the radio station and beat those people up. Udens, thank you so much, Udens,
I did
for your
not
time.
deny it. Now the matter went to court.
Okay, so
it
thank you.
Went to court.
Udens,
it went to court and I won.
Udens, we have to
it's
go.
not an issue.
Thank you so much. Wish you a lot of luck in your elections, all right?
Wow. I probably played that because why I played that was that of what the accusation. They accused the Labour Party chairman of the state of getting money from PDP. That's why I played that video. Anyway, guys, it's there for you. Let's do the right thing. I know in the house there could be people like that, so if it is true, you know what to do. All right, so guys, it's been a great day, and I will say thank you so much. Kindly like and share the video. And oh yeah, okay. I said today the Labour Party. I would say they were on rampage, rampage or strike or protest or rather at Abuja. They obstructed the flow of traffic. So I heard they wanted to enter the airport, but they could not enter the airport. So many things happened. I don't know. Let me just in a way. Let me just in a way. Anyway, it's so today the Labour workers they were protesting. At the airport they wanted to, I don't know, they stopped the traffic there. So because of the chairman was beaten up in the Imo State, but let's watch and see. So it's a very short video. Let me play it. The protest, how do we are protesting today? This was the protest. It was a short video.
Greatest of the 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 greatest Nigerian workers. Yes. The peace-loving Nigerian worker. We are here again this afternoon to demonstrate our displeasure for what happened to the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, the people's president. That is the president that we know. That is the president that was elected unopposed. That is the president that when he was elected, the others was not switched off. That was the president that never had his election manipulated. That is the president that was elected by the people. That is the people's voice. On
the Senior Association National Secretary.
Wednesday last week, our president was battered. Our president was dehumanized. Our president was brutalized. And this was done by the Nigerian police, the people who ought to protect us, the people who ought to enforce the freedom and the right as enshrined in our constitution. as enshrined in the Human Rights Charter and as enshrined in ILO Convention. But
This is
he was
very
the Nigerian police. They tortured him like a common criminal. This is someone who has been an advocate of the people.
guys.
This is someone who has been fighting for the plight of Nigerians.
All right, let me stop.
This is someone who went to Imo to fight for the.
All right, guys, that is how it is for today. So please, as you watch, kindly like, share the video, and right now on my social channels right now, to your channels, Facebook and Twitter. So let's make Nigeria great again. Let's do the right thing. Let's make things work. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Good night.